Hey, Dr. Shakib here from Irvine Spinal Wellness Center. Let's talk about tension in between your shoulder blades and how your wrist is playing a role. So if you have that issue between the shoulder blades, or you feel tension on top of one side shoulder blade, start looking into your wrist. Watch to see how. All right, let's talk about it. As a baby, believe it or not, what ends up happening is a lot of developmental movements that babies go through. Let's talk about this. Connect the wrist, the hands, the wrist, through the forearm and arm, specifically triceps, and talk to the shoulder blades. So with how much typing we're doing, how limited our arm movements, our wrist, elbow, shoulder joint movements get throughout the day, with how rolled forward the shoulders get, it's very, very, very common to have imbalances on the two sides of the forearm, arm, and shoulder joint. So what ends up happening is, as you put your hand down and you load the joint like I am now, you actually don't have an equal amount of pull on the two sides of your forearm. So now I'm going to describe to you what a scenario would look like. Let's say that this side muscles are shorter than the outside. They're gonna lift, this part of my hand is not gonna stay flat, because in order to stay flat, this has to stretch and that doesn't feel comfortable. So it goes like that. So for me to keep my hands flat is a challenge. It goes like that, or if I wanna make it flat, the elbow starts bending. That translates into the winging of the scapula when the shoulder blades start coming out. And with the this is just one scenario, because that's typically the shoulder blades goes up, out, and then it starts lifting too. That's usually, it's a culmination issue that people have from compromised workspace. So now think about this. You've got your two shoulder blades that are winging out. So that signals the between the two shoulder blade area, those muscles like your rhomboid as an example, to get stretched, and over time they lose that strength because they're overworked without really being able to make a change, bringing the shoulder blades together. So it stays out, and that, by the way, contributes to the rolled forward shoulders. So you see how just from your elbows being bent and you typing, you're actually feeding this problem that way too. The wrists are hardly ever looked at when there's a tension between shoulder blades, or when there's issues with the shoulder joint or even the neck. And I'm telling you, it actually needs to be looked into. That's why developmental kinesiology and postural neurology absolutely make a huge difference. So that's the solution. How do you stretch these? Doing these exercises only work when everything else is perfect, and that's not the case. So in order for you to effectively stretch it, believe it or not, if you're able to be on your knees, great. If not, you're gonna have to go on your hands and knees, spread these. I'm really fast forwarding to quite a few developmental stages that should come before this. But what you wanna do is you wanna extend your hands out. There's a whole package that goes with here. I'm gonna skip all of that. For the time being, you're gonna stretch your hands, and your hands are as far apart as your shoulder joints would be, with the shoulder joints being stretched, not to stick your chest out, but to make this the same length, the distance between these two to be the same length as they would be on the back part. So you're not rolled forward or that way. It's nice and flat. You can start from you being on your knees, and you simply glide that forward. You stay there, stretch it, stretch your arms, elbows straight. You're not allowing your shoulders to roll forward. Nice contact of your hands, elbows straight, and you simply activate your glutes, and you push the ground away as you get on top of it. And you just hold it for a few seconds. And no, there is no reward in no pain, no gain. There's no such thing. So just go, hold it for a few seconds, come off of it, go back and forth. This is my suggestion. Babies don't go to the gym. They don't lift dumbbells or kettlebell or bands. None of that happens. So why are we creating devices and tools when we can simply rewalk the paths we walked as babies? Look into developmental kinesiology, postural neurology. I'll make sure that the links down in the description box. Be smarter than what gets presented to you. Use your common sense. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out my podcast. Pretty fun stuff there. I really enjoy doing them. Thanks for watching. Take care.